I would love to warm us up with a bit of a personal question that I'm just dying to have answered.
Hit me.
Why do so many straight men hold fish in their profile pictures?
You know, this is stupid, isn't it? It's like, it's stupid. You know what I think it is?
Okay.
What I believe many men are trying to do, and this is, you're right, this is a straight man thing, is I think they're trying to suggest how masculine they are. Because it's not any fish. It's not like a goldfish.
No. It will be a giant, it's a two-hander.
It's a two-hander. They've got to double. They've got to double it up.
It's basically a shark.
That's what it is. And it's a misinterpretation of what it is to be, you know, to be masculine.
Is it a beige flag though? Because you talk about beige flags as these interests that you need to show.
Yes.
So could it be sort of like, oh, this is my interest. Would you love to come fishing with me? But do the girlies want to go fishing? That's the question.
I was like, who wants to go fishing? It's the nastiest thing. My father used to take me fishing all the time. I hated it. It's like, it's terrible.
I don't know a single person that goes fishing, but like that is the dominant profile picture of straight men, like fish.
Fish. But so you asked if it's a beige flag?
Yeah.
If you genuinely like to fish, then do that.
Yeah.
And I think this is the underlying theme I'm sure will be in our conversation, and that is authenticity.
Yes.
This is it. This is the spot that we're in right now. And so if you like to fish for big fish, then own that.
Do it. But if you've just caught one fish in your life, get it out.
Exactly.
You don't want to see that cod. Okay, so you talk about authenticity and this being the main theme. So for me, when I read the Tinder's year in swipe data for 2025, it felt overwhelmingly like we are becoming more literate in dating, finally. Like there's an education that it feels like we're catching on to. Would you say that's fair to say?
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that. And I think in connection with that literacy now around dating, it's how to do it in a healthy way and how to do it for us.
Yes.
You know, and I almost look at it like, for so long we've dated with armor on. Now what we're doing is we're taking the armor off, and that's beautiful.
So the statistic I've got here is 60% of people say they're calling for clearer communication around intentions. And when I read that, I thought about myself, my friends, and how we kind of want to date, but we're not sure whether we actually want a boyfriend right now. And so we are, like for me personally, I'm almost scared of being on a dating app and being clear about my intentions, because somebody might not want to go on a date with me unless they think, oh, he's not looking for a boyfriend, you know? So
exactly.
Do we need to have a bit more open-mindedness around dating as a single destination of getting a boyfriend in order to get more honesty and clearer communication about people's intentions?
Well, so yes and no.
Okay.
Right. So this trend that you're talking about is clear coding.
Yes.
Right, which is specifically outlining what it is that you believe you want.
Yes.
And I say believe you want because you don't know until you
Yeah,
get it. You know, you don't know. You don't know
yeah.
if you want it. So it's about being clear, crystal clear about that. And this is a trend that we're seeing in 2025 and going into 2026. But ultimately, the question is, you know, are you clear in what it is that you think that you want? So many of us are unsure. And if you are unsure, it's fair to say, I'm unsure. But you don't want to indicate something that you believe you want only because it's the popular thing to do.
Right.
So an example is there's a big prevalence right now around ethical non-monogamy.
Let me break that down in my head. Ethical non-monogamy. So open relationships, ethically. The Ethical Slut, the book.
I love how you broke that down.
Yeah. Hold on. We got there in the end. Yeah.
Yes, so absolutely. So now, I personally know people who are indicating that in their profiles because they think it'll open up the pool. Because they think they'd be the odd man out if they're not including that. But they're unsure if they want that for themselves. Is that you walking in true intention?
Right.
No, it's not. So ultimately, this is good. The good is that people are being more clear about what they want. The question is do we know what we want?
Right.
And if we don't, let's be clear about that. But if we do, absolutely, let's be clear about that. That is a good thing.
So it feels like there's a sort of a tension between the heart and the mind. We kind of, you know, the heart may want something, but the ego is telling us, oh, I'm too busy for a girlfriend or boyfriend right now, right?
Right.
So it feels like there may be, for me, is a bit of a stigma around situationships,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So Can a situationship ever be healthy, or is that like an avoidance of connection with somebody that actually we're compatible with?
Yeah, it is more of the latter. Can it be healthy? It can be, but quite honestly, most situationships are when you are like trying to be half wet in the pool. Can you ever be half wet in the pool? It's like, no, you either jump in or you don't go in at all. And I think the situationship is this idea that I could be half wet.
Yeah.
Most people know what it is that they want in the situationship, but maybe they're too afraid, or maybe they're just, for whatever reason, they don't articulate it. And I think that that's the reason why they typically end in low satisfaction.
Right.
Typically, one person ends up being incredibly hurt in a situationship. But that's why I go back to the zone of authenticity that we're in, and why it's so important to clear code, right? To be blatantly upfront with what it is that you want. And that's all, and that's obviously part of the trend that we're seeing in the Year in Swipe report, but also hot take dating, which is about fully understanding what it is that you value and articulating that. That's incredibly important.
So if I'm somebody who is pretty confident that they don't want a boyfriend right now, but they do want to be on dating apps and they would like to explore that, what then is my destination and goal of dating, and how do I state what that is if it's not a boyfriend?
All right, fair. So you state exactly what it is that you just said.
Okay.
Exactly. And this is so important to be clear, because if you are clear up front, then everyone who interacts with you from that point knows, well, this is your starting point. We have to take people for who and how they present. And that's the importance of being crystal clear. So you say exactly that in your profile.
It feels to me like we lose the performance. We go right down to the basic thoughts that we're thinking. We don't try and construct this bio that we think people want to see. We just go, I'm going to be honest. This is how my mind is thinking right now. This is what you can expect from me.
I even like how you did that. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it is, it's almost like if you were to go, so I don't think you would do this, but most people, if they were to go to an interview, you know how you kind of switch on a different, like if someone was going to an interview, how would they, because this is you now, how would you act in an interview?
If I was being interviewed?
Yes.
Well, what's it for? What's the interview for?
Let's say it is for I'm a celebrity.
Get me out of here.
Yes.
Because your friend's in it. How would I act? Well, that's prime time television. That's one of the juggernauts of the TV industry. So you think you've got to give them a show. So you turn on the one-liners, right?
Yes. See, and this is exactly what we don't want to do now.
Yeah.
We don't want to turn on the one-liner.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we have to realize that who we are is enough.
Yes.
Like who we are is exceptional.
Yeah.
Without the one-liner, without that.
I feel like people can sniff it out these days as well. We can sense the inauthenticity. Somebody might like your pictures, then they look at your bio and they go, ooh, that's,
I don't know.
Yeah.
And especially over time, people begin to sniff that out over time as well.
Yeah. I'm rewriting my Tinder bio after this conversation.
Good deal.
So let's talk about friends, because we got from the data, 42% of young singles say friends influence their dating life, with 37% planning to go on group or double dates next year, right? So you've spoken in the past about the 3 traits to sort of look for in a partner. One of them being their focus on their well-being.
Yes. 2,
open-mindedness, and 3, resilience. So that got me thinking, I've got some friends who I would take dating advice from. I've got some friends where, when they're telling me dating advice, I'm smiling through the pain. So what sort of 3 traits should we be looking for in friends when we're taking dating advice, and a sort of double date partner in crime?
Fair. So this, what you're talking about now is a trend that we're seeing on Tinder, and this is friendfluence.
Yes.
And this is so important because I think that we need to lean more into our community and our village in determining the right person. So this is very good, very good. Now, what are we looking for? We're looking for truth tellers. We're looking for people who are going to be honest with us. And typically our friends, our real friends, are going to be honest. They're not trying to audition for us. So the core of it, opposed to 3 types or 3 different characteristics, you're looking for 1, which is raw honesty. If you can get raw honesty, then what you want to do is you want to not necessarily just lean on the advice of one of your friends, but you want to look at the consensus of all of your friends.
Okay.
Right? This is the key. So if you have 5 friends and 3 of the 5 are telling you one thing, then you could begin to lean on that.
Okay.
If only one is telling you something, I don't know.
Right. Okay. So stick it in the group chat. Put a poll in there. You've got your answer. Yeah, you've got the ratio.
Exactly. And I say even better, introduce your partner to your friends.
Yes.
There's this whole notion of, oh, you should wait. No.
Right.
Don't wait. Do it right away.
Take them on a night out with your friends. Date 1.
Well, I don't know about that. Day 2. Yeah, but if you think there's something there, allow your friends to confirm that.
So at what point then do we draw the line between the group chat and the gut instincts? Because I could be like, oh God, I just feel like my friends are wrong about this. They're looking at the, sort of aesthetic, surface level sort of like attributes of the person. They don't know them. They haven't been with them in the conversations that we've been having in private. And my gut is telling me something different from the group chat. Where do we draw that line?
Okay, this is a great question. So about 15 years ago, my wife and I were running a big matchmaking agency in the US, right? And what we noticed is that typically every client would come in the door and say, Paul, I want this, but they would show up differently. And what we realized is we all suffer from cognitive dissonance. This idea where we have our belief about ourselves, but we show up differently. The best way to basically offset that is to have people who love and adore you to actually tell you this is how you're showing up, right? So where I'm going with this is that you may be having these intimate conversations, absolutely, but your friends and family, the consensus of what they're doing is they are able to see more than just the surface.
Right.
And they're actually able to see the reality of what is happening. And so I think that we should always lean towards friends and family.
Yeah.
To this point is that when we were doing the matchmaking agency, we would interview friends, family, coworkers, previous boyfriends, and we would build a profile based on that and match them against that opposed to what they were telling us.
Yes.
So I definitely think if it is a friend that we trust, a friend that we respect, we should listen to them.
So should our friends be writing our bios?
So our friends are great to go to for our bios, absolutely.
Right.
And a lot of people don't do that because the friend can tell you something that you may undervalue about yourself, but people love. Like for example, I just met you, but I could tell you're very stylish, but you may not see yourself as being super stylish.
Yeah.
But I think you're very stylish. So I would tell you, like, Connor, you're stylish.
Right.
Like, include like that you like fashion. So you want to lean to friends and family to tell you things that you may not be aware of yourself.
So this next statistic, I really loved getting into this one. 45% want more empathy after rejection. So I immediately think of ghosting, right? Now, if you'd have said to me a year ago, what's your view on ghosting? I would have said, do you know what? I don't mind being ghosted because the silence is loud enough, right?
Goodness.
I don't really, I'm not going to follow up because they've said all they need to say in the silence. But I got ghosted recently and it had me ruminating a lot. Then he gives me a reply 2 weeks later or whatever. And it felt like he was sugarcoating and lying, and it made me think, would I prefer to be ghosted or would I prefer to be lied to and have the sort of truth sugarcoated, or would I prefer them to just be honest about the reason why they're rejecting me?
I tell you what, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Is it better to rip off a Band-Aid slowly or quickly?
Rip it off as fast as possible.
Why?
It hurts less. It does soften the pain. The pain is shorter.
Exactly.
Right.
The pain doesn't linger.
Right.
This is the same with ghosting. This is the same with any kind of communication. And what we're seeing with the Year in Swipe report is this whole trend around emotional vibe coding, which shows that 56% of the survey base said, we want more emotional honesty. This is what we want from our partners, emotional honesty, which means, I'm not feeling this relationship, and here's the reason why.
Yeah.
Opposed to, I'm not going to tell you, I'm just going to ghost you. 2 weeks later, I'm going to come up with a lie. It's like, why go through all of that?
Yeah.
It is prolonging the pain, not only for the person that you're dating, but for yourself.
For you. Because I think a lot of people ghost because it feels a little bit more comfortable to feel that negative feeling than it does to reject somebody and see their response to that, right?
Yes, and just to be straight with it, it's a cowardly act.
Yeah. Okay, so next year we are rejecting and being honest about why we're rejecting that person, still delivered in a nice way, but we're not saying, I'd love to be friends if you don't have any intention of being friends with them.
Exactly, and I strongly believe this is the trend that we are going to see more and more in 2026.
Beautiful. Right, so this is my favorite statistic on there.
All right.
54% saying being rude to staff is their biggest ick.
Okay.
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 So you in the past have talked about these beige flags, right?
Yes.
We're used to red and green. So we're going to play a game now called Rate My Ick. Okay.
Okay.
So it's either a red flag, a green flag, or a beige flag.
Okay. But this is my ick, or no? This
No,
is just general.
this is like if somebody came to you and said, Paul, this guy's giving me the ick because of this. This is the advice that you're going to give them. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, opposing political views.
Oh, man. This is going to be terrible. I think I'm going to say beige to everything. I'm an optimist.
Yeah.
See, Connor, I like to see both sides.
Good trait.
I can understand why someone would say they don't want to date someone with a different political view, as is almost half of the Year and Swipe survey base. But at the same time, if you're open to doing it, it shows how open-minded you truly are.
Which is one of the 3 traits.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
So I can see it both ways.
Okay, 2, apolitical.
This would be a Pharrell right now. So this is a red flag.
Okay.
You
beige.
got me. This is a red flag, yes.
Okay, interesting. 3, bad breath.
Halitosis is an issue. It's not.
There's a tension going on in there.
It's a yellow flag. It's a yellow flag.
Okay.
Because you could work with it. All they need to do is floss.
Yeah.
That's it. They just need to floss.
Right.
More.
But why did they not know to do it in the first place? The self-awareness is.
The self-aware. Maybe perhaps
You
they've
can't
been
always smell it yourself.
Exactly. They're in their room.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
But perhaps it is just they're unaware.
Yeah.
Of the importance of flossing.
Yeah, and 60% want more honesty. So tell them on the date.
Tell them on the date. Be tactful about it.
Okay.
But tell them on the date.
Number 4, binge watches reality TV.
I mean, a large part of my career is reality
Yeah.
TV, so they're helping me.
Yeah,
so that's a green
yeah.
flag. It's a green flag.
What if they're only watching reality TV and they don't have any other sort of like tastes in TV and film? Like they're just like, I'm watching reality TV only season after season.
Okay, so you want me to say red? You're trying to set me up for the red.
I'm just saying, is that a beige flag? Is that an area of interest?
What if that's all they watch?
Yeah.
But yet they read Shakespeare. 6-7 hours on the weekend. They can recite Shakespeare. They have read The Art of War, and they've read all of these classics.
But that's their switch off.
But they switch off, and they like to watch a little Married at First Sight.
So is that green? Are we getting green or beige?
I mean, that's kind of
The green.
green to beige. Yeah.
Okay, green. 5, being too nice. You know how they say no one likes the nice guy finishes last. If somebody's just over complimentary, just an absolute sweetheart, where there's just sort of no grit there at all, is that just an absolute sweetheart? He's going to look after you for the rest of his life, or is that inauthenticity?
But are you saying that he is nice with no grit? Because you could be super nice with grit.
I'm saying he's like so nice all the time. You know, you're just getting showered with words of affirmation and compliments and everything that you almost just think.
Is it coming from his heart?
Well, right.
Does he mean it?
Does he mean it?
I'm asking you.
Oh. Well, it's hard to tell. Like, is that just his lovely, kind heart? Or is it coming from a place of authenticity that maybe it's a lack of sense of humor where he can't have that sort of rapport where he teases you?
All right. So if that is his genuine, true, authentic nature is to be nice, that is the biggest green flag on the planet. If he's doing it for any of those other reasons that you're mentioning, unsure of self, doing it to people please, low self-esteem maybe, that's a red flag.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So finally, hopeful is the top word for dating in 2026,
Yes.
right? I'm a big fan of tough love. That's how I really get motivated to change. So I want you to channel your sort of tough love mindset.
Okay.
What do we need to hear today? For those of us that are hopeless, what do we need to hear today to take us from hopeless to hopeful in 2026 with dating?
I love tough love as well. And I'm going to say this, and you actually just underscored it, is that if you are hopeless, that means you're the minority now.
Ooh! The mic drop it all.
I'm telling you, you're out in the cold. You're not in the warmth with us.
Yeah.
Because the majority of us are hopeful.
Yeah, beautiful.
There you go.
Paul, it's been a pleasure.
This has been really good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really good.
Thank you.